welcome to my channel. It's Big Bear, and today we're gonna continue with the series working on Priton Tower. The next one we're gonna working on is how to do a experiment multiplier. And if you have been going through this one, you wanna notice that you can control the experiment rate through the hot UK or hot tuck here. Right, this is basically just server configuration. The problem with this one is like a lot of people, maybe like when you try to do, like when you try to do the experiment multiplier, you want kind of, I want my experiment to go to like multiply by 30, 50, even 100. It's stuck at 10. So this one going by 100. So event experiment up 100 mean like the default one, which means your experiment will multiply by 1. 200 mean 2, and then so on. So but if you put it like 2000 in here, it's stuck at x10. So it 2000 or like 9000 or like 1 million gonna be equal to 1000 here, because the game has a hard cap. Like whenever this number getting too big in there, you can auto put it back to 1000. There's a few ways to work around it. The hard way is kind of like unify that hard cap, and then you change that hard cap to something like way bigger number. Okay. Another way easier way to work around is to basically like finding how this thing, how this one working, interacting with the game, and then we modifying that. Kind of like through this one, what I do is I was able to find the function where the game gonna accessing the monster experiment point and then modify it. So we're gonna modify it ourselves before this modifier get applied. Okay, so that's the goal. It sounds a little bit confusing, but you're gonna see it very easy in the next few minutes. All right, so what we need again, first of all, you need to turn on your server. So let me do it step by step, make things easier. So we're gonna start with turning on our server here. This is the server I'm using, so we'll turn this on, and then you're gonna need to attach it to your table, right? Okay, and let's see. Yes, I'm gonna deactivate all the script. And now let me delete all of these. Okay, so now we open the hot UK, and we had experience at 1000, right? So we're gonna search for 1000 in here. Okay, first scan. All right. Next, what we're gonna do is quite non-traditional. I'm gonna turn off the server. All right, and this is gonna become like question mark. See that? No problem at all. Just keep it right there. And now I'm gonna change the experiment in here to maybe like 800, for example. Save it, and then turn my server on again. Okay, now we wait. Okay, and then we reattach to the game first before you do the next scan. All right, and now I know that I changed it to 800, right? I see something right here already, but let's see, sometimes we might need to do several search. So next scan, and there's only one result, so that's good. This is our experiment tree. Okay, so now we find it, and how this work? It working because you see that it's a green address over here, but it's a static address, and because it's static address, it will not change. Like it will never change, even if like you're restarting the games, whatever the program you're opening, and therefore this technique can be used. Okay, if you get a black address, then that's not static, and we need to find another approach. Okay, so anyway, we have this one right here, and now let's turn on our games. Where's my game? Right here. All right, let me log into my game real quick, and let's see, right hand. Gonna get with something. Okay. Right now we are in the games, and let me turn on my script so it's gonna be a little bit more powerful so we can testing stuff. Turn on the experience. Multiplier 32 maybe. Do some more damage so that way we can working on things easier. All right, so now I'm gonna go back over here since I find the experience rate right here, right? Remember that, and then now I'm gonna right click on that one, find out what access to this address. Okay, so we're gonna see like whenever you know something going on, what happens. So we only see something I didn't do not do anything in my game yet. So it seems like this function get accessed when like you know a monster appear in your range, and yeah, there's one in here. Let's see if we have more than one. This one right here may not be. So somehow it will get it. Oh shoot! Let me get my buff. Okay, there we go. So it seems like this one just periodically get checked in there, and that might not be the one that we need because like it just checking the thing going on around, right? So I would say that whenever I get some experience what happened and I kill this one, and you see after I kill one, this one showing up. So that is the one that we interesting in because it's up here right after I kill something. So I'm gonna kill something again one more time, and it's showing up. So it's popping up right here. So now we know this is the one that we're interested in. So we're gonna go click on that one and show this assembler, and it's gonna bring us to a part of the memory region where that function is located. All right, so right here, I'm gonna see that this instruction right here, it's written 800 into EAX, right? And I know that you know I cannot really modify it because even if I change it to like 200,000 for some reason, through all of these going down here, it's gonna turn to 1,000 anyway, and that's not the one that we're interested in. Alright, I just keep going down, and over here I see something like this. And usually when you see like an instruction that have you know like a register with another register inside a bracket, that something that some value get written into something. Okay, so I do not know which one is the good one, so I just keep go like from right here, go to 1, 2, 3, and the first thing I saw over here, I'm just gonna right click on that one and then find out what address this instruction access. Okay, and again, we don't know what this thing do, not yet, but we just if this one is not the one that we're looking at, then you're just gonna keep going down and keep looking at things. Okay, one thing I noticed is like right here I see that ESI plus 3B5C, right, and then I see the ESI plus EB5Cs again. So something going on in this one over here that modifying whatever and then written the value in here. So that one of the thing maybe sometimes you want to look at, but again, easiest thing, just keep going from top to bottom until you find something that you're interested in. All right, now as you see that when I kill something, the thing over here popping up, like get more count in here, right? So let's try to kill something else. Let's try to kill this one and see what's going on. So after I kill this one, another value showing up, and this value looks very familiar, right? Now look on my game again. This guy is senior, and you see, come on, you see the experience is like 858,000, right? Is that popping up something here, right? 800, and then well something get killed, and again they popping up again. Okay, so it seems like this actually thing in the bracket here is the value of the experience, right? We're gonna test this one more time. So let's find the code here. Oh, this one already have that. Oh, there's a tree. Okay, let's queue this tree. And we see the tree here like 970,000 experience. So if we see it popping up here, then we good. There we go, it popping up some here. Okay, so now we know that this function is reading the monster experience. And this one is the raw number. So before it got modified through our script or through our experience rate over here, right? Which is good enough because that's all I care about. So let's say we're gonna make an injection right here, right? And thing we want to double check first is like make sure this is not kind of a destination of something else. And usually like after a between a comparison and something here, that when it was usually it's not a destination of something, and you will not break the game internal structure. Okay, so right here we're gonna do an injection. You go to tools and let me turn up my game so that you can see that. There we go. We go to tools and auto assemble. This thing's showing up. We're gonna create a template AOB injection, and let's say we're gonna call it experience multiplier. I call it 2 because I already had experience multiplier 1. Okay, let's remove all of the thing that may make our vision get messed up. All right, so this is the injection that I have in here, and this one right here, just like the allocation of the memory region that you're gonna put some injection in there. I usually put it at 100 so that we don't take a lot of space. Let's see. So now I know that this thing right here holding the experience value, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply this value right here and achieve our experience multiplier. So I'm gonna put in here, I'm gonna label one value experience multiplier value, something like that. Okay, and then after we label it, we should register it. All right, now we're defining it. I'm gonna define it as a integer, and I put the let's put the value of 20 in here so that we get a big value, right? And then we're gonna need to multiply this thing right here to the experience value we have. So you can do something like imove integer move or something like that. I forgot, but it usually like the only multiplication like this, it just multiply the kind of like the big numbers, I mean like the positive number, right? I'm gonna make you multiply even the negative number just in case you want to do a experience reduction. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on experience value, and wait, not this one yet. So ESI plus 3B5C. Right, this is what we wanna do. The problem is this instruction cannot be compiled because in the assembly language, this you cannot just kind of like multiply two pointer together like this. So we need to go back to, where's my thing? I turned it off. All right, not a problem. We're gonna do it again. We get in here, find out what it says in here, and then try to do something. There we go. All right, we got this one here, and let's run away. All right, what I want to do is I need to see some of the free register to use it. So I want to right click on it and go to show register state. Okay, and this thing showing up. All right, move it to the side. So in this one right here, I'm seeing that thing look quite good. Okay, EDX is going to be a good use. It's in it 0. And I don't want to use EDI because EDI, we're going to use it right here. Now, normally, you don't really have to worry much about it because what we're going to do is like we're going to do push and pop. So push going to temporarily store the value that you're going to use onto the stack, just kind of like, you keep it somewhere safe and then you edit it and then you pop it out, which means like you restore the original value. So normally like it does not really matter that much, but I still prefer to use something that, like that's not in use. So like usually 0 is something that we choose. Okay. So since we do RSI, we push and pop. When you do that, when you push something, you pop it right away. And whatever you push, you're pushing first, it's gonna be the last one you're gonna pop. So for example, you're gonna do a push RDX and push RBX over here. Then you're gonna pop RBX first, because that's how the assembly language works. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna go in here and then I'm gonna move RDX. I'm gonna copy the value from our experience multiplier value here into RDX, and now I can do this. Okay, this thing right here is solid instruction. So now we got that, and we pop it, and this value right here already get multiplied. Okay, that's how we do the multiplier. Now go back to the game and retesting it. Assign to current cheat table. Yeah, of course. Wow, it's not even a good one. Okay, I tell you the wrong thing. Huh. All right, then we do it like this. So we're gonna push the value from ESI plus 3B5C into RDX. Then we do RDX. We multiply RDX with experience multiplying value. There we go. And now we copy the value from 3P5C. We copy the value from our already multiplied experience back to its original value, just like this. Okay, and this should be good. There we go. All right, I will call this one experience multiplier 2 because we have a multiplier up here already. I'm gonna put this in here, the name, this name right here, right, and we call it like multiplier. Okay, so I'm gonna activate the script, and you see that right away our multiplier go to 20. I'm gonna change it to 1 first and see, okay, and see what's going on in here. Let's go back to kill something. Put our damage up a little bit. All right, killing that one not really changing my experience because like I have a lot of experience right now, right? We have like 490 billion damage, and this guy barely give you 1 million, right? So when I kill this one, and then we get something 18 million because our server multiplier is about like 8 over here. Okay, so now but this is our new multiplier here on top of the default time 8. Okay, so I'm gonna change this one to let's say 40. You don't want to put it too high because it's gonna overflow the memory and crash the game. Okay, so now I change this one to 40, and let's try to kill something else and see what's going on. And you see that my experience going up, shooting up significantly, right? So how about I change this one to 80, and then it going up a little bit more. How about I change it to 120? I want to see a very significant number. There we go. So I level up right away. How about I put it at 200? Not 2000, 200. Okay, and then See that because I put it too big, then it only go to the negative number, right? So we go back to 100 and see, and then you see that I get kind of like 2% from killing this guy. Let's go back to 1, and killing one barely give me like 0.01%. Okay, let's again. I had 2.008%. Killing one monster give me like 0.17%. Okay, now we go to 120. So killing something should give me kind of like 2-3% something. There we go. All right, so that is how you do the experience multiplier. Again, you cannot really put too big number because of the game's gonna like got some overflow in the calculation. As you see that the experience value is 4 bytes and the maximum number of 4 bytes 4 billion something. So if you kind of like get over that number, the game just gonna put it to kind of like FFF something, and that a hex number, and once it go to that, the number get messed up and they might become negative and you might crash the game. Okay, so that should be it for today's tutorial. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.